Orale, Holmes, it's me, Little Hater. Hey, check it out, Doug. This podcast is brought to you in part by Bow Down Clothing. That's right, Doug. That's what I wear, Bow Down Clothing. So if you want to look like a cholo vato, a firme vato, Doug, get yourself some Bow Down Clothing.
What it is. Podcast.
Yo, what it is? Welcome to the best podcast in Long Beach, California. It's your boy Tacos and Workouts. Man, oh man, it's never ending. Didn't we have a discussion yesterday about people putting up all their gossip and all their stuff on the social media and the need that they needed to do that stuff? And we asked, why are people doing that, right? And lo and behold, we have another example, man. We have some stuff happening with Ray J and the Kardashians. That's right, the Kardashians. I thought that saga was already over, but apparently not. The Kardashians. It's a forever going thing with them, man. It's just nonstop. They're very controversial, the Kardashians. You know what? I had enough of them, like for real. Like I kind of got happy when I found out that they were gonna go away, right? And MTV wasn't gonna like carry their show anymore, and they made a big thing, right? They made it seem. Hold on, let me get situated. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. They made a whole big thing about we're going away, and we're gonna miss you, and blah blah blah. For them just to come back, that's right, they came back. It's like they left MTV, they finished off that contract, and I thought we were no longer gonna see them, but they're back. It's like a scary movie, where the villain comes back and they just never go away. Every year they come back. They're back on Hulu now. And if you've been keeping up with the Kardashians, funny, right? Drama tends to follow them, allegedly. And there's such a thing as the Kardashian curse, allegedly. That all the men that date them, bad things tend to happen to him here and then. I think, what was it? The Chris Humphries, he was a basketball player, right? Lamar Odom, right? Kanye West, right? Who else? I think as of late it's been Pete Davidson, right, the comedian, and many other things that I don't care to elaborate further. But they're saying that it's a Kardashian curse, allegedly, right? And I don't know, but drama seems to find them. So as they're moving on with this damn, I can't get this right. I can't get it right. Well, as they're carrying on with their show, right? They need drama to help the show go on, right? So they're in a new network. They need episodes. They don't have the Kanye story. I think at one time they had the Humphrey story, right? So it just seems, and then they had the Lamar Odom story, right? So it just seems as if, right, what's happening is that maybe they're just getting into these relationships just for the simple sake of the drama, and that's what's going on. And but Ray J has had it up to here. Ray J said, "You know what? I had enough. You're making it seem like I'm a bad guy. Like I released a sex tape, but you were in on it all along, and I'm tired of carrying this, and I'm not gonna play the sex tape thing anymore." It was false. It was fake. We had 3 encounters and we sold the sex tape to Vivid, and I'm tired of covering it up. Kris Jenner, you were in on it. You were in it, and you're trying to make me a liar.
You got the same contract I got, except guess what? You rushed me to sign the contract because your mama was rushing me to sign it. So guess what you did? You signed my deliverables in your handwriting, right? Because you was rushing me. So you signed my deliverables. Kim Kardashian got her handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. When you look at when you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that shit say sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape or the second they've been trying to play me on, that shit called Santa Barbara Sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the motherfucker and said, hey, we're going to go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it and made a decision. And then you get on whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud. There go the sex tape contract. There it is. There's the whole thing, right? That's my handwriting. That's it, right? This is the sex tape full contract. They done already breached the contract by talking about it. So let's talk about it.
Man, oh man, you know what, Ray J, I'll be careful of you, because one thing that I know about the Kardashian ladies, um, they never lose. They never lose. That's right. You got to be very careful what you're doing, man. According to you, they spoke about it and they breached the contract, so therefore you're talking about it, right? I think this is gonna turn around and possibly bite you in the rear end, buddy. They know what they do, and they're good at it. Controversy after controversy, they always find a way to spin it and either make themselves out the victim or come out victorious or sweep things under the rug, allegedly. And nothing ever seems to happen to them, or they get away with it. They're good at covering up their tracks, allegedly, and it's just what they do. They're good at it, man. They've been doing this for years, man. Let me see. How long has it been? 20 years, or what is it? 18 years? It's been a long time, man. But the sex tape, right? From my understanding, this is how I understand it. Okay, I may be right, I may be wrong. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to look it up yourself. But from my understanding, this whole sex tape thing started with One Night in Paris, right? Her sex tape came out, and then Kim allegedly got wind of it, and she noticed all the attention. She goes, I want a sex tape too, to capitalize on that. And then Kris told her, hey, go do the sex tape. And then this is where what we're talking about now. Then they sold it to Vivid. And once they sold it to Vivid, there was a contract, and the mom reviewed the tape. And this is not new news. We've heard about this years, that this is what happened. And it's hard to believe, but it seems like it's finally come to light, because I guess maybe, I'm thinking, for the show purposes, or it might be at work. It might be something in cahoots where they reached out to him and they said, hey, this is what we're gonna do. So, kind of give you relevance. Who knows? Remember how, like, the discussions that we were having the other day, that a lot of this stuff is fake, right? Remember we spoke about that, about people putting their drama, putting up all their business and whatnot. Ray J, he's been putting out his business for years, and he's always tried to kind of like make himself like come up and like be a rap star or entertainer or like that. But to be honest with you, I don't even know why he's around. I don't even know why he's famous. I think at one point he made a song like "I Hit It First," right? And that was the song that he was kind of making fun of Kim Kardashian and and Kanye West, saying that he hit it first, right? And that was his claim to fame. I think at one time they had a show where he was gonna like date women or something, but then it never came after that. So he's constantly trying to get out there. But one thing about Ray J that he did that no one's ever been able to do, he made them billionaires. That's right, with the B, billionaires. I think Kylie's a billionaire, right? From my understanding, I hear. I don't really follow too much, but that's kind of like because of her makeup. Kim's well off. They're all well off, right? I think the one that has the least amount of money might be the manager, which is the mom, right? But all of them, they have tons of money. They have nothing to worry about. So it's a question as to why they're even doing the show, man. Um, but it all happened because of Ray J. Without Ray J doing that video, that sex tape, none of this ever happens, right? And then and they never get famous, they never get rich. Somehow, some way, he didn't come up on that. And not only that, there's some videos of him out there saying that not only did they not help him get famous, but they blocked them, they blackballed them, right? Because they were so connected, because the Kardashians were so hot, allegedly, right? And he kind of blames them, and then he says that his song "I Hit It First," right? Kanye did something where he blocked it from music stations. I don't know, allegedly, right? Who knows? All this back and forth, man. Um, and that's what's going on with this whole Kim Kardashian stuff. And to be honest, man, I wish it would go away, but like again, people like to put up their business.
Confusing. She tried to tell me to lie back and say because you grew up.
Zoom in on that shit. They
because you grew up and have a family and people change their minds. I didn't do shit. Like you believe in the lie way too much. I just wanted to be clear with you if you wanted to get out that we spoke. I don't want to create any drama at home. Oh, you don't want to create any drama at home for me?
That's the gaslighting.
I can't tell.
That's gaslighting.
I'm a piece of shit. You ain't talked to me in years. But the story that we will work together to speak to Vivid can get pulled off the air is a bigger story and show unity and that there's no more bad blood or drama. Like, what the fuck? But you know what I'm saying? This in April, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, look. I don't know. I ain't never spoke to you on the phone or seen you in person in over 12 to 15 years. I'm having combo with you now, but I haven't been able to.
The famous word unity, right? I love it. Yeah, so there he goes back and forth. You know, although remember I told you how all this thing is fake and there's a lot of things in the back end that happen and people don't know about. This is what I'm talking about.
But I haven't. Stop, nigga. But I haven't been able to look you in the eye and really lock in like it's supposed to be. I appreciate you for at least trying to make it better after it got way worse. Can we speak again tomorrow after the episode comes out and figure out the right plan for both of us? Absolutely, Ray. You know, if it's better, then if it's better that it just goes away, that's fine too. Okay, trust me, it'll go all the way. Please understand, I don't want this to come back up and thought you did since what? He got it from you. What are you talking about? Let's discuss tomorrow. For sure, either way, it will be positive. So she trying to say that the episode that Kanye came back with the computer was positive for me. Yeah. So I watched the episode, fam. So I watched the episode. Kanye go back with the laptop. She say, wait, how much you?
There you go. So all this back and forth now. She's trying to. They're like I said, they're good at covering up their tracks, allegedly, right? And that's what this is. They're not trying to make themselves look a particular way. They always try to come up on top,
she
man.
Say, wait, how much you pay? He go, pay. I never let them extort us again. And like bossed up, and I'm like, thank you. That's the thanks I get. Like, and she said, please watch the episode because you're gonna be happy when you see it. So I'm like, all right, I'm watching it, thinking they gonna clear my name, dog. And then all of a sudden they like play a nigga.
I don't know. You know what? It's too complicated to tell. And well, you get the gist of it. It's all this stuff, man, going back and forth. Listen, man. Today I was looking at Pete Davidson, man, and I feel bad for the guy because he was the last guy to date Kim, right? And I know a couple things about Pete Davidson, right? The thing about Pete Davidson, he's from SNL, right? Saturday Night Live, and he's a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian. You know what what happened with Pete Davidson was he lost his father during 9/11. His father was a firefighter. He went into the buildings, right? And when he went into the buildings collapsed, and Pete Davidson's dad died, right? I think Pete Davidson was only like 7 years old or whatever. And then he got bullied at school, right? And but then as he went to Saturday Night Live, and then he got famous, he started dating all these hot women, right? He was dating I think Adriana Grande, right? And he was dating who was it? The girl from Underworld, I forget her name. She's British and she's so lovely. But he was dating all these very beautiful women, man. And then somehow he ended up with Kim Kardashian, and I was thinking, oh man, the alleged Kardashian curse, man, it's gonna happen to you, bro. And then he got into this beef with Kanye, and they were kind of going back and forth. Pete Davis said something to Kanye in regards to like take care of your mental health and blah blah blah. And I'm like, cool, maybe it's gonna work, right? from what I hear, Pete Davidson went ahead and tattooed, the kids' names on his chest, whatever. They recently broke up, from what I understand, and now he has a tattoo of kids that are not his on his chest. And I'm out thinking, damn, Kim, you cold. How you let a man go out there and do that to his body, and then you break up with them, and then you just leave him like that? Like, that's cold, man. It's like, in my opinion, the Kardashians are very cold people, man. They do some stuff to people like coldly, and then it is what it is, and they just move on. They discard, in my opinion, okay, and I'm entitled to my opinion. They use people to discard people, and then they move on, right? Like, kind of like, what happened to Lamar when he had his drug issues and stuff like that. Chloe, what would she do? She continued on with her life, and she said, "Oh, this is over," and then she just moved on, right? And then, like, what was it when Kim with the Chris Humphrey basketball player guy, right? When she divorced him, and then I think they made $7 million off that wedding, right? Um, you know, because they paid him for that wedding. She liquidated the account, and then she bounced, and she left them. So stuff like that tends to happen again and again, and it just feels like, in my opinion, they don't give a about people, and they're just gonna do what they do, to generate that paper, them views and stuff like that. But at what point is it enough, man? I mean, like, you already got all this money and stuff like that. Do you really need to be putting your business on a daily, for your new show? You already got all your money, man. That's it. You won Monopoly already. Stop talking. We don't want to hear it anymore, but we're forced to hear it again and again and again. I don't know, man. Um, I guess, you know what? One thing I do have to say. I was gonna end it right then and there, but I do have something to say. Karma don't like ugly. Ugly is what some people do to their face when they get too much plastic surgery. And I'm not saying that they themselves have interesting, different looking faces, but I hear comments, and I think they're okay looking ladies, but people tell me otherwise, and they say it's karma. I don't know, man.